Hello and welcome to Precious Memory Boxes. And today it's kind of a haul, but these are actually vintage documents that I've purchased in the last few years. And I may have showed some of them before, but I was going through my craft area and looking and reorganizing and trying to put all this together so I could maybe start using some of it. And I thought, these books are amazing, and so I just wanted to share them with you guys again. I was also kind of inspired by my friend Mindy. She's Minder78 on Instagram, and Mindy Hunt on YouTube. She also has a website. Oh, the name just escaped me. I'll think of it here in a minute and tell you guys. If not, I will link it down below. Go check out her website. She sells lots of different journals and book page packets on there. She also does wonderful tutorial videos on YouTube, so you could go and check those out. And so let me start here, and I'm going to show you first this journal. So this journal, let's see if we have a date in it, was a sales book. And it starts at page 1 and goes through page 200. And there are a lot of blank pages, but there are quite a few that are written on too. So I'm trying to figure out what these might be from. I'm not sure because I see lots of different names in here, so it's probably their last names. It's from the year 1946. You can see the beautiful patina on the pages. So there's a lot of writing here, and then a lot of these pages are blank. So they would make, great additions to your journals. The only thing about vintage books and ephemera that you get is sometimes they have a little bit of a musty odor, and this one definitely does. So I need to maybe sprinkle a little baking soda here in this and see if I can get rid of some of that musty smell. But I love the cover, and here's the back, made in the USA. I haven't touched it as far as trying to clean it up or anything, but I think some of this dirt would definitely come off of it. But I thought that was really cool. And then over here to the side, I have Butler University, The Silver Drift. So I think June 7th, 1952. So I think maybe this was a graduating class book. It has in memory of, so maybe some folks who died during that year. No, actually, I see what it is. This is the silver anniversary, so it was their 25th reunion is what it was. So 25 years ago, we graduated from Butler to enter into a new phase of life. Butler, too, was entering into a new life. It was in 1927, the year of our graduation, that a master plan of Butler's new campus would be created. So this book is the class of 1927. And as you go through, it just lists everyone in alphabetical order. It tells a little bit about their families. And so that is really neat. So I really thought that was neat. This book here is a Barber's Time Book and Wage Scale. And so it has a name in it. I think it's Theo Bogman. And it's got his address. I can't quite tell where it's supposed to be at. And then it's got some little bit of advertisement in the front for hair tonic, Lucky Tiger hair tonic. Here it has commission computation scales. So I'm not sure if this is, like if they made $15 in a day, then depending upon the computation they use, they would earn that much in a day. So that's pretty neat. This is also from January 5th, 1946. And I think this is maybe the haircuts they did in a day, so their total earnings. So that's kind of neat. Good way to keep track of what they did. Kind of a neat thing here. And let's see if there's anything else. I think at the back, let's see if there's more advertising. Yeah, here we go. There is Never Tell Highly Effective Deodorant. A soothing skin cream over here. Lucky Tiger Medicool. $6 a can. This was $2.80 wholesale per dozen, retail 35 cents each. So I wonder if this was for like per dozen, $6. And then little tips on how to make more money, and another Lucky Tiger ointment, cooling, soothing effect. And then it tells the prices of that. So that is really neat. All right, this one is kind of falling apart, but this is ROP's Commercial Calculator. It has this really nice paper in it. It's smooth, so I don't think it's rag paper. It could be rag paper though. But this is copyrighted in 1895. And it's just a small book with figures and tables on it. Bushels and odd pounds. Let's see if it says any other types. Pound, piece, yard, or dozen. These are interest tables. And then it has shows you the different commercial calculations, cancellations, and the coloring of these pages is just gorgeous. As far as I know, it is all here, but it is kind of coming apart, so I'm not 100% sure. But it's really neat, a really neat book. Then this one is a premium receipt book, monthly premium policies. The Prudential has the strength. So I think Prudential Insurance. So let's see if this has a year in it. The year is 1931. And this is from the hairdresser, the barber, because it has the same name, Theodore Bauman. So this is from, well, this says 31 up here. Maybe that was his birth year. And then this says the year 1943, 44, 45. So it looks like just payments they made in those years. Kind of hard to read the writing, but it's neat. It's really neat. Yearly payments, just instructions on how to maintain this little booklet. So that is really cool. This one is the Farmer's Pocket Ledger 75th Annual Edition, and it was compliments of Thornton Hardware in New Carlisle, Ohio. Let's see if it has a year anywhere in it. This book is the property of John Deere Branch Houses. And this shows, I guess, where all their branch houses are. I don't see a date on this anywhere, but it's all about farming and power equipment. How to use, I assume, John Deere equipment. And then let's see, what else do we have here? Just some more tractors, some plows. So really neat pages, and just different 6% interest table, 1 month to the same day in another. So kind of just lots of information for farming. Look at the plows and the different equipment they could attach to them. Really neat. Okay, here's a date here that says 1950. When someone wrote it. And then this is like receipts, I guess, where they recorded like their expenditures and that, or what they sold during that time. I'm not sure. And then here's the crop record from last year. Here's an egg record, if they kept track of how many eggs they collected. Stock breeding record. All kinds of just neat stuff. All right, and then this little booklet says thank you on the front. It kind of has a suede cover on it. And it is, let's see, I'm trying to see, it was published in Decatur, Illinois, 1917. And this just has different ways to use thank you, is my understanding of looking through it. So there are, so it says, he gives twice who gives quickly is also true of thank you. Let's see, what else? A discontent person is rarely in the mood to say thank you. So just different little sayings about using thank you and, things others may think of with the word. So it looks like there's 175 entries in there, and it's just, the outside cover is really neat, kind of a suede, like I said. This one is a Pine Tree Hip Pocket Farm Guide. The price was 10 cents. It's got a little staining, but that's okay. The Albert Dickinson Company that published it was established in 1855. It's from Chicago, Illinois, which is really neat since I live in Illinois. Let's see if we see a publishing date on this anywhere. So this is about alfalfa and clovers. So it just tells you, here's an ad in here about clover, or telling you more about clover. The legume crops, it says. Sweet clover. So it's just telling you about the different types of crops. Hay and pasture grasses. Field peas. Here's another picture of 4 steps in making it safe for you to sow. So, Kentucky bluegrass. So a lot of neat information. Here's an official farm planting table for Illinois. So just a book about seeds and growth and just different things that go along with that. Soil fertility, that's kind of neat. So again, just another neat little book. So lots of pages in writing. This book is the United States Bureau Pre-Councils. It was 75 cents. It's the 12th edition from 1934. Now, I don't know exactly what a United States Bureau Pre-Council is, but this book is just neat with all its different pages. And it would, just be great in a small mini book, or if you want to create a pocket out of the papers, you could do that. There's another one. This one right here actually belonged to my grandmother. This is an intermediate catechism of Christian doctrine from the Catholic University of America. And let's see if it has a published date. Marcella Fry was my grandmother. Received from Annabelle Stoll, 1256. I will have to look up if that is when my Aunt Annabelle was born. I'm not sure. It could be a different Annabelle, but it might be my aunt. And so this is just a catechism book that has a lot of different questions in it. And it's just kind of a neat part of history. I was wanting to see if I could find a date that it was published, but I'm not seeing that in here. But neat little book. Here is a fine groceries flour. Always bring this book with you, it says. And it belonged to M.L. Beaver of Shamokin, Pennsylvania. We even had their phone number in there. And so it's like a little ledger book to record, I guess, your transactions in. So that's kind of neat. I probably might like take this cover off and reuse it to make a journal with. Can include some of these pages in it. This was just, I thought it was neat because it was a calendar from 1946. And it's just put together with strings and punched. And it has various, religious pictures. So pictures that we've probably all seen in other books and that. I just thought it was kind of a neat little thing from 1946. And then I have another one of those fine grocery books. This one's a little, the cover's kind of coming apart, so I'd probably use it first. Same person, belonged to the same person. So they really used their book. So lots of writing, but just neat. This one is really neat. This is from the class of 1937 to 1938, School of Medicine. And this cover is a soft, really like a really soft leather. It's got a crisscross little binding there. And it's from the University of Louisville, Kentucky, School of Medicine. And in the inside cover, this is kind of like a vellum piece. I don't know if that's aged to that color or if that was the color it was, but John Walker Moore, MD, was the dean. And then I'm going to say it aged because here's another piece. And then this is the faculty and senior class of the University of Louisville School of Medicine. Commencement exercises. Tuesday evening, June 7th, 1938. And so in here, here's the Hippocratic Oath. And then here is the officers of the class. Here's the graduating class. So the graduating class starts there. Tells what state each person is from. And it's just really neat. So these doctors all graduated from medical school the year my dad was born in 1938. So that is a really neat book. Here is a class record book, and it even has a very rusty paper clip that, even though that's kind of neat, I probably will throw that away. But 1955 to 56, and it just has the different students and their grades from a teacher's school book. So English, looks like that's folded over somehow. I don't know which direction, but oh, there we go. She folded it that way. Okay. And then it's got some blank pages in between a few. So this is just, again, another really neat book. Some writing in the back. Band first period of first semester. So it has those who were in band. So let's see what this page is. Just a yellow page. Let's see what this is. To the teachers. So just a list of, it says it's a list of assignments and completions to make up work. Oh, so students needed to make up some makeup work that they had to do. That's neat. And then this is a piece, just a piece that was in there. Looks like different little poems. And this right here looks to me like it was like old tape on here. That is really cool. And then the last book, oh, let's see, I've got 2 more. Oh, I got more than 2. Okay, let's show you these next. These are war ration books, and they still have some of the coupons in them, and I just thought they were really neat. So these have ration numbers on them. Let's see what this is. Here we go. Another page that fit in here. This book doesn't look like maybe only the last row was tore out, but just a really neat piece of history. This one here did have some of the torn out. And these are, the rations look different, or, the little coupons look different in them. So, and then back here it says spare, and it has, I guess, spare tickets where they had used some of these. I wish there was a year on these so I could say for sure what year they were from. But during that time period, so I can't tell you the exact year when they had these, but during the time of the, what would that be, World War II? So, really neat piece of history. Then I have an almanac, and this is also from the year my dad was born. It's a telephone almanac in 1938, so it has lots of different little stories in it. And then it has the different, months. So February, this is let's see, January's back one. There was February. So it's got the calculations for sunrise and sunset. That's neat. And then it has each day of the year. It talks about something that happened. So it has all the months from 1938 in it, and a little article on each of the other pages. So really neat little booklet. And then in the back it has a few more articles. There's some temperature and rainfall. So that's kind of neat. And then the last little book I have to show you is a telephone book from April 1961. And this is from Clayton, Newchester, and Stillville, Indiana. So this is their yellow pages. So inside it has some telephone service information, and then here are the phone numbers. And some are still where it was like MEL 4-1441, and then some of them have the 9-digit numbers. So it must be some counties still had, the different, I forgot what you call those, but where they had the call letters before them. And it has the name of the people. It's really neat. And then back here you've got some ads like you were used to seeing, and some, business numbers. So a really neat piece of history. So that is my little show of some of the antique books that I've been able to pick up over the last probably 3 years. And I thought it would just be fun to go through them and look at them together. I want to thank you for joining me today. Don't forget, I'm still working on the journal. I want to do part 3. I just haven't had time with my job, but I am working on it, and we will do a flip through and a little bit of a tutorial maybe on how to put together a few little items to go in it. And then I'm also going to have a Whatnot haul, and if you're not familiar with Whatnot, it's an auction site that you can go on for live auctions, and you can bid on things, and it has categories of everything on it, from people sell food on there, they sell baseball cards, shoes, clothing, pottery, anything you can think of, they sell on there. I usually get on there for crafts because I like to, see if I can find some good deal on craft items. So that's one thing. I'm also hoping to get on there and sell, and I probably will be selling craft items. So if you're interested in paper crafting, junk journaling, even scrapbooking, check that out. There's lots of great sellers on there. You might find you some good bargains. I'll try to put that link down below. And so thank you for joining me, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye.